Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We're playing seeing another 1v1 here on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. We have Eugen going straight out the gate again with Royal Parachute Regiment. Well, I'm pretty sure Royal Parachute Regiment is just very popular right now, evidently. Especially in 1v1s. And meanwhile, we have Professor representing the Waffen-SS with Panzer Tactics. Let's see how this will turn out. No Hitler Youth this time, we're just gonna see Sturm Grenadiers come out the gate. I suppose it's a pretty decent bet because Sturm Grenadiers are pretty damn good infantry. And some DHQ liaison troops. I think that's what you get if you're playing as Hammer, yep. Whereas if you're playing as Anvil, you get the Sherwood Rangers, I'm pretty sure. So far it looks like we have a little bit of a firefight going on between the Sturm Pioneers and the Sappers. Hitler Youth coming up behind us and some Royal Parachute troops coming up behind as well. Sturm Grenadiers are trying to rush up to the front to support the Sturm Pioneers. But Sturm Pioneers are doing pretty well thanks to their Sturmgewehr. However, we do have the rifle section coming up. That said, they'll be out in the open. And the Sturm Pioneers will be in a good position here with the sandbags to open fire. Yep, and the British are falling back immediately at that. You don't want to risk being in an open position against experienced troops. It's a very difficult position to be in. Excuse me, let me just take my recording software again. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Just keep it around there, I think. Sorry about that, I was just adjusting the things I'm listening to, because it was getting a little bit loud on my end, and I don't want you guys to not be able to hear the game anyway. I need to be able to hear myself when I'm talking, so I can adjust myself somewhat. We have their first Royal Paratroopers here. Very popular squad these days, evidently. Hitler Youth has secured an orphan flank here. We also have a second Hitler Youth squad. Cheap infantry you get access to if you're playing as Panzer Tactics. Generally very reliable. Cheaper and basically comparable to more basic infantry from the other factions. Unlike the Sturm Grenadiers here, who are generally a little bit better than other standard infantry. Now the Paratroopers though are not standard infantry. They will mow down these Hitler Youth out in the open if they stay there. Okay, they're behind a tractor, that'll give them some time. They're being suppressed though due to the mad minutes being enabled here by the Paratroopers. Give them the ability to suppress. We also have a Jeep coming up here armed with the Vickers Go. Going over a dead cow. You. Pinning down the Hitler Youth. And they're pinned down, they're basically useless. They actually cannot do anything. They'll have to retreat. So the Kulwagen with a 42 coming out. Germans still have a lot of terrain at the moment, and the Sturm Grenadiers will just hold the center here, but the squad leader went down. Which means no Sturmgewehr. The Sturmgewehr is certainly one of the big advantages of having them. They did not do anything there. So we have a little bit of an airstrip here with a Stuka. Fascinating. Tank hunters coming out from both sides. Yes, they want to take out the light vehicles from either player. But this tank hunters here arriving with the Boys AT rifle. And the Waffen-SS tank hunter Panzerjäger arriving with a Panzerbüchse, which I think not really working as intended, because it says they can get a Panzerschreck, but it says their weapon inventory is full, so I'm pretty sure that's not intended. Might be a bug of some kind. I'm not sure what they're going to do to fix that. So the Panzerbüchse will definitely take out that Jeep in short succession.
Squad, shut it. We are receiving new orders.
Hitler Youth just waiting behind the bushes, being equipped with MP40s. They're waiting for the right time to move in. Kubelwagen will help scout ahead. They need to spot that machine gun in ambush. One good shot right there. And the Hitler Youth flank. Oh, I don't think that Eugen noticed. And now the Hitler Youth are close enough to open fire with MP40s. They're even throwing an incendiary grenade. Ooh, that was not good. Very well played there from Professor. Utilizing the terrain and several units to work in conjunction with one another. But here's the British tank hunter. One good shot there, destroying the gunner. Or killing the gunner, rather. And killing the crew. But the British tank hunter's gonna have to get out of there. Now, will the Germans recruit their Kubelwagen is the question, but the big British force is coming up here for the Sturm Grenadiers. sappers, and several regiments of the DHQ. Oh, that's that storm grenadier. That's a pretty big loss. Looks like the British were very aggressive right there. The Hitler Youth are holding the other flank. Being equipped with some more MP40s. The MP40 is very reliable as a submachine gun and fairly accurate at range, actually. Don't underestimate it.
Point secure. Maintains in position.
You need to be very careful. Base machine guns can open fire from there. Hitler Youth are pushing up here, but that might be a very dangerous position to be in. Looks like they are working out thanks to the MP40s. And the Storm Pioneers are flanking meanwhile. Oh, that's a bad one. That's probably that Hitler Youth squad, yeah. Probably just have kept those back. Oh, I think both Hitler Youth squads are gonna go down, yep. The Mthis has just quickly lost a lot of infantry in quick succession. Yeah, I think some Storm Grenadiers coming in to replace the losses. But perhaps taking up and getting some better infantry might have been a better call in this situation, I'm not sure. Getting some troops out on the field is very paramount to get. Because machine gun coming out for the British as well. So the Storm Pioneers have to pull back there immediately. Let's see, Panzerjägers are trying to fight against these paratroopers. That's probably not going to work in the long run, especially now with the Vickers K up, or Vickers Go. If it would penetrate, or if it would suppress them. Ah, the Panzerjägers can also only hit vehicles. So only the one car I need in a Sturmgewehr is firing. They probably have to get out of there, but that might be too late. And the GHQ is coming up. They're dead. Yeah, no way they were getting out of that one. Storm Grenadiers are getting some very good shots here, though. That might be a dead rifle section. Oh, he takes up straight for early vehicles. And getting the Panzer F1 command tank. Interesting. That might have been a good move. MD-42 equipped on the Storm Grenadiers. Good German light machine gun. And this map is called Bocage, by the way, for those curious. Pretty decent little 1v1 map. Very small. I'm getting a lot of matches on 1v1 maps. We have a captain arriving for the British Air Force. Captain from the DHQ. Of the DHQ liaison troops is moving up. But the British are lacking an AT equipment apart from their one tank under here. With the boys AT rifle. Didn't do anything to the F1 at that range. And angle. It's gonna be very hard to pierce it with a boys AT rifle at that range. Oh, they hit the optics! Some kind of airstrike has been called in. Not sure what's going on there, though. Looks like a precision shell or artillery strike is being prepared here by the command panzer. There we go, artillery arriving in. It's a precision shot. Will the British move out in time? Nope. And that destroyed a lot of the British troops in quick succession.
Combat unit ready.
I think that marking on the minimap was actually just the Panzer IV being marked. More Storm Grenadiers come into the field. We have an AT gun arriving for the British. Probably a good choice considering. This F1 is going to need some repairs though, but it can capture territory as it is a command tank. Oh, that's not going to be good for those Storm Grenadiers. Yeah, they might be dead. They should just run immediately when they saw the paratroopers. Paratroopers are pretty damn good infantry. Repairs going in on the Panzer F1 command tank. Panzer 4 F1. MG42 is almost ready there.
LEFG 18 howitzers stand ready to fire.
And we also seen the second tech truck coming up for the Germans. That might go for the tier 1 or tier 3. Because they did skip a whole tier to get the command tank, which might have actually been a good choice. That'd be what you were meant to do when you're fighting the airborne. AT gun up though. Gonna go to a flanking shot here. Didn't penetrate through the side skirts. Iceberg's being loaded. But they got mowed down there. I just need to destroy it. Yeah, AT gun destroyed. British are taking up behind this though. But the northern flank is almost entirely in German hands now. Some DHQ liaison troops are flanking. Getting up behind some cover to destroy Panzer 4. With a 5 with their Bren gun. And he has some priority sweep coming overhead. And that's another dead Sturm Grenadier, and that Sturm Pioneer might be there too. Mthis is taking a lot of losses here. Yep, they have no infantry left, it's just a command tank. Wow. We might need to see Professor getting some Panzer Grenadiers to replace these losses. Like, I would personally not go for a Sturm Grenadier when he's that close to getting the tier 1 building. Could just get Panzer Grenadiers instead for the same cost. That's just my opinion. Like, you can get the first SS Panzer Grenadiers there. And we are seeing the first SS coming onto the field, as kind of expected in this kind of situation. He needs the troops. One Sturm Grenadier coming out here first. The first SS will come out afterwards. Panzer Grenadiers, and these guys will actually fight very well alongside tanks. That's kind of what they're trained to do. I don't think the Sturm Grenadiers get that bonus, however. That's not what they're intended.
Combat unit ready.
There comes the Panzer Grenadiers, being equipped with Sturmgewehrs. Two normal Sturmgewehrs and 2 Sturmgewehrs with scopes. That's what a pretty powerful loadout you can hand out to these Panzer Grenadiers. So it makes the first SS very powerful. You can also arm them with MP40s if you really want them to be good at close quarters. I think it even allows them to suppress when they're for them, I'm not sure. Yeah, his Panzer Grenadiers are really powerful. I suspect that this unit will do a lot of work if it doesn't get the... Oh god, that's bad for them. I better have been called. Yeah, and they've been pinned immediately. They are stealth though. They're going out. Pretty good throw, and yet first SS has to get out of there. They might not get out of there at all. Ah, the big SK had to reload. That might actually just have been what saved the first SS right there. Oh my god. That's very lucky. You can just pull the Panzer F1 back to get repairs there. There's a truck for it. They're just gonna get Sturm Pioneers, which I suppose are handy. You have an assault team from the Royal Paratroopers down here. I would just drive this a little bit further back and then you could get them. A little bit further back, you can almost get in the range of the repair station. When they're going out here from the paratroopers. Incendiary grenade. Oh yeah, Professor's taking very heavy losses here. And Waffen-SS infantry is not cheap to replenish. Like, you just drive back here and get repairs. It's not that far. That was trying to push up there. The plane coming ahead, dropping some more paratroopers. So there might be a paratrooper captain coming in now. Panzer Grenadiers are ready to move. AT gun has been set up.
Send orders!
The Panzergrenadier is moving out again. Using Für das Vaterland. F1 down. The AT gun got a second. The Panzergrenadier is coming out. Do not oh, lag. Okay. Do not underestimate that squad at all. What's that they're holding so far? I also think these guys passively heal out of combat, which is fairly unique to them as Panzergrenadiers. Not all Panzergrenadiers get the ability to just get medikits like that for themselves. That's going to be a lot of Sturmgewehrs in the Bocage here.
Capture complete. Standing by.
Everything seems okay so far.
Assembled and taking fire.
But the paratroops are moving up again.
Combat ready. Ready.
They're moving back though upon noticing what they are going to be facing.
Ready yourself for orders.
Mad Minute is ready.
Prepare for orders.
They like to activate fanaticism,
In the field.
which might be enough to make them win this situation. And looks like it is. Artillery has been called in by the captain though. Oh, killing the Storm Pioneers. Actually, did it? No, I'm not sure who they killed, but did they just kill one guy? Oh, it was the officer from the tank, right.
Make safe and prepare to
Looks like the first SS kind of won out in that engagement anyway. Rommel Mark IV arriving for the British. Pack 38 arriving as well? Or has already arrived, technically. I give the Germans a little bit of anti-tank firepower and an MG42 coming out as well.
group ready.
Flags being dug. Paratroopers and DHQ liaison preparing. Companies are running away immediately, they know what's coming. Probably a good idea they retreated there. In all fairness, you should always retreat if you can anticipate you're not going to win an engagement to minimize your losses.
Ready yourself for orders.
Well, tactical retreating. British are moving up to secure the point down here though now. Using a Cromwell for support. Another air superiority sweep. MT-42 is in a bad position. Wow, almost killed them there with a shell. I suppose the shell probably being loaded now. Yep. Almost killed those Panzergrenadiers. Pack 38 sitting up. Hills bomb going out. Oh, pretty decent. Didn't do too much though. That's what that Pack 38 is doing. Looks like the British won out that engagement. That's some pretty brutal close quarters engagement right there.
Send orders. Prepare for action.
Looks like the British have the upper hand. More paratroops being called in and more Panzergrenadiers being called in.
This is it. Gruppe ready. Achtung. Prepare
One Panzergrenadier is already veteran C3 though, and they'll just get better and better the longer they survive. Veteran C5, these guys can become pretty damn ridiculous in what they can do with their Sturmgewehrs.
lock bolts.
Sturmgewehrs are very costly though, as you can see. 60 munitions for just 2 of them. And if you don't have extra munitions, that's going to be very hard.
Was built in Antarctica. Some say it is for U-boats. Attention! Ready yourself for orders.
Brits are moving up for the center again. Being very aggressive with their movements. I suppose that's kind of to be expected, however. Pack fired. Got a penetration on the Cromwell, actually. Second one did not penetrate. Panzergrenadier is actually winning that engagement. Shows how powerful they are. That's a dead rifleman squad. Oh, yeah, rifle section.
Enemy got one of our squads.
Paratroopers are moving up to secure the northern flank, though. Before 2SP set up to cover the southern flank here, at least. But the Mthis has almost gotten their third truck now.
Standing by for setting of
Oh, the
command.
Pack 30 is not being ordered to target vehicles only. Not sure that's the most effective way of using it.
Upgrade complete. Stand ready, Commander.
Panzergrenadiers have been equipped with more Sturmgewehrs though, so this is going to be a very lethal strike force. A lot of assault weapons.
Back at full.
Activating Führer's Fatherland, which means they cannot be suppressed. The Mad Minute actually does not matter against them.
Ready.
Oh, that's a dead paratrooper squad. Artillery called in though by the captain. Looks like it's more time on target. Did not do too much. But does surprise. And that's kind of the point of time on target now with the changes. Because time on target does not leave any warning smoke, as I understand. You have to just listen and be very watchful. Especially in the minimap. The circle still shows up on the minimap. The burst handback wall coming in for the Pack 38. Good to see. That will stop a few shots. Or perhaps even stop a high explosive shot coming our way. A nice little position. More paratroopers on the flank here though. Assault team having grabbed the Bren gun. And the Vickers K apparently.
Ready.
But here comes the Waffen-SS again. Using Führer's Fatherland again, so the Mad Minute has no effect.
Engineer unit is ready for action.
And that's the power of Führer's Fatherland for the very fanatical SS troops. You can just ignore suppression entirely.
Mobile command has been set. The static post is now in operation.
You're free though up for the Waffen-SS, which means they could go for tanks. They are playing SS Panzer, which does give a lot of tank variety. Going for the captain by the looks of it. Yeah, I think the SS has to get out of there. Oh, high explosive killed one of the squads and almost killed the last guy too. Another SS squad is coming in to replace the losses. So the first SS is taking very heavy losses today. Company is pushing up. More paratroopers dropping in. The Germans barely have any territory left. Looks like British paratroopers are just very popular to play these days. I guess it's just a really powerful doctrine as it stands right now. Here comes more of the first SS. Group G coming out, good choice. Generally a very economical choice, but there is a Firefly on the field. The British are prepared for it.
The squad is back to full
Needs work on securing another flank now. And the northern flank might be a good choice.
upgrade is complete.
Here we have a marksman rifle in this squad alongside the Vickers K. Vickers Go.
Let's get to work.
Very confusing. It does say Vickers K here. But it says Vickers Go, probably because it's the version designed to being walked around with.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Gadget MP40s and Thompsons being equipped on the paratroopers, the assault team, which means it's going to make them very lethal in close to medium range combat. Group G is arriving.
You're ready. Send orders.
Firefly moving up, another recon sweep. Oh, the Pack 38 immobilized it! And the Snook got it!
Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops are
Probably not a building I'd be in, there's only one window. That's how quick a battle can shift. Because now suddenly the Germans have the armored superiority with the Stuk. Does the Assault Team have any AAT weapons though? They do have a Gammon bomb. Don't give us opening fire, but they are able to mow down these Panzer Grenadiers. That Stuk has to be very cautious. There is an AT gun on the flank. No penetration though. Romulus moving to the center. Both SS squads did survive though, so they are still a potent threat. You always want to ensure your squad survive. Pack 38 is present. White phosphorus! Oh god!
infantry group are lost.
Yeah, that's gonna definitely burn them out alive. White phosphorus is a very potent weapon. Very, very brutal. There's a reason why people don't use it after the war, I'm pretty sure.
I hear people complain about dying. How will they know? 1 minute you will be
I
there.
even think there's a whole law rule about it in war today that you're not allowed to use white phosphorus on people because it's just exceptionally, it's just not right. It's not a right weapon to use. We're just moving into the northern flank again with some more troops. Maybe instead of an airborne camp so they can replenish up here.
Tell us where and when.
The Stuk is still around though, and we are seeing tech up for heavy tanks coming out. So you might see Panthers in the future.
Full strength.
Pioneers were
Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers are moving northwards very aggressively. That's gonna be probably a bad position for them. They are more susceptible to fire while they have Führer's Frontline activated because they are very fanatical and they are taking many risks. They didn't mow down that officer though.
Until there is nothing left but dust.
They're gonna grenade assault area.
Prepare for orders. Combat promotion.
But that squad, but now the paratroops on the flank. That's gonna be enough to force the Panzer Grenadiers to pull back. The HQ liaison squad coming in. Cromwell and Firefly moving up. There's two packs on the field now. Pack 40 and a Pack 38. Pack 40 got a good shot. Pack 38 needs to set up quick to cover the flank here. Oh boy, that Cromwell is going for it. White phosphorus hit the building.
Full strength.
The Panzer Grenadiers are slowly being fully equipped again to get ready to head out.
Ready yourself for orders.
Stocked with new recruits, new members to the squads, arriving from the rear lines. These Panzer Grenadiers are ready to cause some damage.
Mthis saw. I think I twisted my ankle on the way here. Where's the medic?
Packs setting up down here. Good, they are splitting up the packs to cover all available entryways. It's good to see. You only want to be very cautious about enemy armor. Good flank from armor can really cause a lot of issues.
Stand ready, Kameraden.
But looks like the Germans are really lacking munitions at the moment.
Under assault. Field promotion.
Explosive only hit one guy.
Contact. Return fire.
The airborne position is probably not going to be able to be held there. They have to pull back. Got a recon sweep coming overhead from the Royal Air Force. Another airdrop of more paratroopers. The RAF is being very busy today, but some of them are being shut down as they try
There's a
to
shiny new officer
land.
and gentleman ready to go.
Packers nearby to stop the Firefly from pushing up. The SMG-42 will be able to cover this territory pretty easily. Well, it's a captain that was airdropped in, and he's calling down artillery already. Very quick on it. Want to clear out this position. The Germans have time to get away.
Enemy got one of our squads.
Oh! Hit the MG-42 crew entirely. Cromwell is down though. We also have a major arriving on the field here for the British. Get to oversee the battlefield for king and country.
Orders, men.
Crew, get ready.
Attention.
Germans have secured a little bit more of a foothold again for now. If they can get this point, they'll have the northern resources again. We also have troops to hold the southern flank here. Another squad of storm guardians have arrived. Captain has to be very cautious where he moves. Flank come out here from the paratroopers. Throwing a Bill spawn. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's the paratrooper squad.
Squad knocked
I'm
out.
off time on target.
Listen. Orders.
That time on target, bro, is actually pretty nice. Being able to time all the shields to land at the same time requires a lot of discipline. Another squad down. The British are not doing too hot though. Looks like the Waffen-SS is doing a very good job of keeping them at bay. Stooks relocating southwards. Gassing munitions, logistics being upgraded here. Gonna allow the Waffen-SS to get a little bit more munitions to work with, which will mean more weapons.
Stand ready, Kamerad.
The Waffen-SS with more weapons can be very lethal. Looks like they grabbed the Vickers Go for themselves.
Orders.
So that'll turn out for them.
Standing by.
Good presence to get a shot off here. Both sides penetrated.
Promotion received.
Looks like both sides will also get out of there. Very dangerous duel to have going.
Infantry squads are ready to conduct all out.
But if the Germans can hold on long enough, we might see Panthers coming out, or even Tigers. He is playing as Panzer after all. But I'm betting we might see a Panther, I mean, if they get the fuel. Enough fuel for it anyway. Because the Panther, I'd say, is probably one of the better tanks you can get.
Taking effective fire.
Major has been spotted.
Who told them to
The Major has no calling abilities at the moment. He's just there for buffing the army. Kinda his whole thing. Oh, fascinating. When the Major model actually died, the buff disappeared. That's cool to know. So it's actually tied to the model of the Major. Another recon sweep coming overhead here. Looks like the Royal Air Force has a very big operation going on behind the German lines. Like there's probably some big airland battle going on just behind.
hang on, chaps.
And while the assault team is still waiting here trying to secure this fuel point, I'll definitely stop any Germans that get close. Probably order them to hold fire and just wait until someone gets close and then put them down in seconds. Germans are rapidly capturing territory thanks to breakthrough tactics, but that's only for decapping, unfortunately.
Attention. Ready.
The Air 43 has also been equipped on the Storm Grenadier. Captain pushing up.
Chaps.
Probably grabbing a weapon here. Yeah, grabbing the Bren Mach 2.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
Under fire.
Ready.
Taking fire. Ready.
Might be a position, best position for a captain to be in. Oh yeah, he's almost dead. He's not gonna get that artillery off, and he's down. Big losses for the officers here for the British. Germans don't actually use all of their officers right now. Not a big Casco being equipped here. Quite a brutal little engagement we have here.
Crew, prepare for orders.
Would actually be worth getting an anti-air weapon systems for the Germans, but I'm not sure they might need it.
Prepare for action.
You never know when the British might actually decide to get a higher ranking officer
Attention, men. We're getting new orders.
and use them to call in airstrikes, because the Major unfortunately does not get anything at the moment.
Right then. Orders from Mr. Churchill.
MG42 moving up here.
Ready yourself.
MG34 actually. Okay. We are seeing a side grade.
Contact.
The MG34 is actually more accurate than MG42 for those curious. But not as suppressive because it doesn't fire as many bullets.
Flanking attack.
So the Germans are preparing for a push up here. The penetration. Oh, good high explosive there, killing the crew. Oh, I think I might be the death of the Stook. Oh, jam the turret of the Cromwell. Gammon Bongo ahead, did not kill that many though. Stook is down. Well, it's almost down, it's lost its gun. Will it get out of there? Yeah, it dropped smoke.
Completed. Standing by.
But the Germans are still going to have the Stook available. We have a glider coming in now for the Royal Air Force. The paratroopers are going to land with a lot of stuff. Some machine gun shots going in for the glider. But it's going to serve as a forward operating post for the British paratroopers. So it's going to land in the center. There we go. So now they have a glider in the center with a team. And a tank team, Vickers, and a fire team as well. And they can recruit stuff from it. I had to get all the paratroopers unique stuff from it, so that's nice.
Squad has our number. New orders.
Vickers ready again.
Prepare yourselves. Under attack.
Bomber going for a flank.
We've lost a squad of
Smoke shells, or smoke cannons is activated. It's because though the Panzer Grenadiers are nearby, they have Panzerfausts. Officer arriving for the after this. Oh, I think I might be the death of the Stook because the Panzer Grenadiers could probably have been microed there. Oh, that's bad.
armor has been lost.
That's gonna be a hard one to come back from. There's an opportunity there for the
Regiment
Panzer Grenadiers to have opened fire.
ready to utilize breakthrough tactics.
More recon flying overhead.
Prepare for duty.
Oh man, this is turning into quite a battle. I feel kind of sorry that the SS is losing a little bit to some micro, but I know it's very hard to focus a lot when you're in the middle of battle. Happens to me all the time as well. Boom, that's that Cromwell though. They also have an anti-tank team now, which they can recruit from the glider. They also reinforced from it, as you can see.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go.
The Cromwell arriving for the British.
Orders incoming. How will they know? 1 minute you will be there, the next you will be gone. It is that simple. Why fight?
German troops are almost ready to move out again. Precision barrage being called in, probably around here, I imagine.
Neutralize their movement. Use a high rate of fire. The squad is back to full strength.
That's also a chance with the commanders thing, is that you can just stay a little bit back and do it. I think it's only the Russians that require direct line of sight. German artillery tends to be very precise, as you can see. Now the German infantry is pushing up, being very aggressive. Might work out this time. Let's get behind cover. Raid assault being called in on the glider here. That's not going to be enough to destroy it. And defend for calling the southern flank. Gammon bomb. Oh, that's a Mills bomb actually. Pack the crew, but not before the pack destroyed the tracks on the Cromwell. Hansky is moving south, but they could also relocate the pack quick. Oh, he's gonna Panzer Faust? Yeah, he is. Smokescreen is gonna give him some time though. Explosive going out. White phosphorus actually. And alas, I cannot get the Panzerfaust off because of that. Oh, not looking good there at all. We do have a command Panther though. Final tier commander if you're playing as Waffen-SS Panzer. Pretty damn potent commander, by the way. Because it's not just a commander, it's also a Panther. The Panther should not be underestimated at all. They're getting one good shit then the Firefly.
Combat unit ready.
That Cromwell's probably gone. Yeah, that's a dead Cromwell.
The enemy have knocked out a Cromwell.
Maybe is trying to take the point here. Panther is pushing up. Oh, not looking good there. Marking the Panther though. Yeah, that's the major gone.
One of our officers has
Paratroops are flanking though.
Valiant assault is now at hand.
Almost killing them.
The troops await your command. Order! Enemy fire!
Panther's on the hunt.
Prepare yourself!
Tapper's down. Firefly down.
It's destroyed!
Command Panther is just a monster.
Crew, get ready.
Have a Cromwell coming up, but what are the British going to do against this Panther? They need to find a way to kill it.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire!
The glider is definitely already destroyed, so that's taken care of. There's still an 80 gun descender there. And a Firefly coming out. Anyway, the SS keep pushing. They're actually going to be able to target the AT gun now. All liaison troops on the flank though, alongside the Cromwell.
You're ready. Send orders.
Oh, good Panzerfaust, where they're almost killing the Cromwell. Flanking, oh, almost got a flanking shot there on the Panther. Cromwell down to a Panzerfaust. I think the British troops might be losing this one now. This battle has turned around a lot. Good to see. And shows how quickly a battle can turn in someone else's favor. Does it not? Or Stormgun is prepared, and you probably need to repair that truck. Man Panther driving through the destroyed glider, and physics are being all wonky because of it.
Unit ready.
Can actually capture territory because it's a command tank, so pretty powerful. Another assault team being paired up then. AT gun team decrewed by the machine guns. The Panther does have 3 machine guns on the front, so that's a lot of fun. Actually, only 2 machine guns. It doesn't have the one at the top at the moment. They're going to try and go for a Ramming bomb. Too slow though. The base is just slowly being pushed further and further back. This is kind of where the power of airborne starts to falter, is because they don't have a lot of good answers to armor unless they get some air support out. And I don't think we've seen any officers with air support abilities at the moment for the Royal Air Force. Because I definitely feel like they need the Royal Air Force to support them.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Haven't we up to the cutoff point here? Except this isn't a cutoff point, evidently.
HQ is under attack.
Still, he gets shots now on the British base.
Standing by. Send orders. Take it. Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Ready for orders.
They're just trying to flank here. They do have access to a captured Panzerfaust, and they're gonna get on the rear.
Enemy causing trouble.
Oh, killing it instantly! Now that's how you do it.
The enemy are trying to overrun our HQ.
Hey, good use of a Panzerfaust flank right there. Even killing the officer inside.
Ready for action.
Well, another officer's been called in without his F1. Not sure what good he's going to be able to do. We have an Ostwind coming out, which is probably not the correct choice in this kind of engagement. Well, they should keep it back for anti-air duties. The Germans are having a hard time getting any ground still. MD-42 here. Probably not the best position to be in. They will be able to provide some anti-infantry cover for the area. Ostwind pushing up. That's probably not what you want to use against the Firefly. They did prove a distraction though, but not enough for them to get the Panzerfaust off. So now that's just an abandoned Ostwind there. And this match is a perfect example of how a battle can go back and forth. Command team recruit the Ostwind, only for it to get killed. Pack 40 moving up though. Pack 38 can still be recruited. MD-42 pulling back. Probably a wise move considering everything. Random ranging shots going in on the tank still. British are securing the southern flank right now. There's not anything present to stop them. Doom Pioneers are scavenging, good to see. We'll get them more fuel to work with. Scavenging can actually go a long way.
Valiant assault is now at hand.
They might actually get another Panther if this continues. Landmarks being set up here by the Germans. Also, looks like the pack is being using the old Kubelwagen for cover. Kind of fun. Germans are moving southward to deal with the paratroopers. This is the Veteran C5 Panzer Grenadier with Sturmgewehrs. That is a very lethal squad. Killing the paratroopers right there. Like these squads are very powerful. That Vickers Go is really powerful too.
Ready for action.
Yeah, stand to suppress. Thanks to the Mad Minute and Führer's Vaterland has stopped working. But you probably didn't want to get that close to them. Because the Sturmgewehrs are still Sturmgewehrs. Captain being a paradrop then. Like, the Germans have the infantry advantage at the moment, strangely. And the airborne have the tank advantage. This is so weird, because Panzer Division without tank advantage is very awkward. But we do have another command Panther arriving. Being equipped with side skirts again. Good to see a universal carrier coming out. Wonder what for.
Under fire! Cheeky little blighters.
Cromwell moving to the northern flank here.
Universal
There's like a storm grenadiers, they're gonna try and storm it. Being close enough to use Panzerfausts. Oh, it didn't go off. Now we have a Cromwell trying to go in the area where the command Panther is. That's a very dangerous move.
Prepare yourselves.
Command Panther does not play around. These guys only have gammon bombs. Might get close enough to throw a gammon bomb. Yeah, he's throwing it. Oh, good gammon bomber, Dan! Almost destroying the command Panther. That thing has to back off immediately. Because the Panther will survive though, thanks to tie armor. Good attempt though. That's the power of the gammon bomb. That really put a shock in, I think, Professor. But thankfully the frontal armor of the Panther is just too high. More paratroopers dropping in. What, are they gonna drop in behind? Probably not the best move. They're being shot to pieces. Yeah, that whole squad just died as it landed. The command Panther is almost ready again. Artillery called in there by the captain. Destroying the MG. Looks like the Waffen SS might actually win this engagement. And people are saying that Royal Paratroop is OP. At least what I imagine some people are saying. And the Panther won against the Firefly. That command Panther has really saved the day here for Professor. And look at all the armored wrecks here. From a supposedly airborne company. Airborne regiment. Got an F1 command tank arriving as well.
Send orders. Valiant assault is now at hand.
I think the Germans basically have this handled. They just need to find a way to push in on the British base. Or for the British to give up and pull back. What time on target barrage being called in?
We're losing a capture point.
That's gonna hurt, yeah, but the Germans are pulling back. They hear the shells. That time on target is really cool. Germans might be going in for the kill here soon. Because the armored presence is growing. And the Panzergrenadiers are securing the southern flank without any issue. Now they have been fully equipped with Sturmgewehrs. So even more lethal because they've actually been forced into step 2 for most of the match. Rommel flanking. There's a pack covering the flank though. The F1 actually got it. Panther's going in for the kill. Yeah, I think this is over. It's just Eugen who's refusing to surrender. Artillery being called in by the F1. Looks like it's gonna be 12 centimeter high precision. That's some pretty big shells. Oh. Have another gammon bomb attempt. But I think this time the Germans noticed. Those have advanced grenadiers nearby.
Enemy got one of our squads.
Artillery shells are gonna be landing shortly. Oh, yeah. This is basically over. I think the Firefly will be the last attempt if they can get it out.
A new infantry section is ready for battle. Damned enemies
Yep,
tried
and
to
here's
take
the
a point from
Firefly.
us.
We have another glider coming in.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Also gonna be landing back here, okay. A risky maneuver, but it might pay off.
Here we are then. Everyone off. And do remember to take all your belongings.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick is
But the Panzer is relocating quickly to stop it. Yeah, airborne operations are generally better on larger maps. On more maps, they can be very risky to do. Especially against all these Panzer Grenadiers with Sturmgewehrs. The Panthers just keeping an eye on the British base now. Yeah, I think this might be the end when that glider goes down almost.
Target well and truly buggered right up.
Now what's this Firefly gonna do? Is this gonna be the hero, or is it just gonna die like everything else? Because the British are not really getting much anymore. That's really on the flank. No penetration. And that's gonna be the end of the Firefly.
Our headquarters are under fire.
Yep, and with that, Eugen surrenders. Makes sense. Hope you all enjoyed this little brawl here in the Bukhash. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.